Assalamualaikum and a very good morning to our lecturer Dr. Nur Tara Atika binti Zainal. Today we will be presenting our BMC report. Okay, for the company name, we all agreed to choose syscuba.co as for the company name. This name indicates that we are trying and struggling despite our lacking in experience in this field. Our business practicum type is take order and delivery. Due to the movement control order MCO, we all agreeing on this type because it is the most convenient way to sell our products. The industry we are getting into is the food and beverage industry as well as the craft industry. We choose food and beverage industry simply because this industry needed by the people daily, and now that we have new norm of working and learning from home, it really opens a wide opportunity to us where people can easily place order and wait for the product to arrive to satisfy their cravings. Not to forget that craft industry where one of our members have a good talent and capable of making some sellable craft and decided not to waste such talents. Mainly, our company distributed by different products and geography location. We are also focusing on different type of products even though our company focus on craft and F&B industry. Our CEO Fadilatul is in charge of monitoring our works. Under her, there are 5 vice presidents and each person is responsible for marketing and finance job, customer services, and even producing products themselves. Our marketing job includes promotion of the products and the purpose is to increase the sales. Finance job is basically to record the cash flows of our business transactions and be aware of what's happening with the money. Because we are the only one who handles our business, we are also responsible for the customer services and communicating with them. For the homemade products, members are in charge of making, cooking, and even supplying the raw materials too. Considering the benefits of online platform, especially social media in this era, we decided to sell and promote our products via this platform. We specify social media of WhatsApp, Instagram, and Facebook as well to keep our audience notified on the very latest update regarding our business. This includes our promotions, soft or hard selling, and customers' reviews itself. Besides, we also offer discounts such as free delivery with items bought more than 3. Once or twice in a month, we will be holding a sale or giveaway in certain dates such as 10/10 and 11/11. Not to forget giving a member prize to our loyal customer because we try to gain new customers without losing the regular ones. In order to make it easier for customers to contact us, a contact phone number has been provided on both our posters and pages. Customers will be able to contact us through WhatsApp, Facebook, and Instagram. That's all for the introduction. Thank you.
For achievement, here in the table we can see our sales and our net profit. Okay, for Fadilatul Husna, she hit 275 ringgit, Nasha 82 ringgit, Rohana 272 ringgit, Rashida 220 ringgit, Azizatul 60 ringgit, and Haswasia 162 ringgit. For our sales achievement, our total sales we hit 1,071 ringgit, and for our total profit we hit 496 ringgit and 80 cents. All of our members are reach our target sales. Okay, for our social media achievement, we hit active followers on Instagram. Actually, we are more active on WhatsApp than Instagram and Facebook. Okay, for the customer feedback, we got a lot of positive feedback from our customers, and some of them are repeat order from us. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum. Hi, it's me Fadilatul. Now moving on to the sales and profit segments. First of all, I'm going to show all of the sales and profits of each of our members in our company. Above shows the income statements of me myself. It shows a gross profit would be 186 ringgit 50 cents, while the net profit will be 103.50 cents. Let's take a look at the balance sheet. From the balance sheet, we can see that both the total asset and total liability and equity is equal to one another, which is 172 ringgit 50 cents. In terms of cash flow, the cash received was 350, whereas the cash spent is 158 ringgit 50 cents. Therefore, the cash balance in the end is 192 ringgit 50 cents. And finally, which is the break-even point analysis, the WACN ratio is calculated and equals to 88.28%, while the total BEP in the sales is 155 ringgit 19 cents. Now moving on to Miss Anna's sales and profit, where above shows the income statement of hers. It shows a gross profit would be 307, while the net profit will be 177. Let's take a look at the balance sheet. From the balance sheet, we can see that both the total asset and total liability and equity is equal to one another, which is 221.90 cents. In terms of cash flow, the cash received was 351.90 cents, whereas the cash spent is 130. Therefore, the cash balance in the end is 221.90 cents. And finally, which is the break-even point analysis, the WACN ratio is calculated and equals to 88.9%, while the total BEP in the sales is 146 ringgit 73 cents. Now moving on to our next member. Above shows the income statement of Ms. Haswasia. It shows a gross profit would be 128, while the net profit will be 48 ringgit and 80 cents. Let's take a look at the balance sheet. From the balance sheet, we can see that both the total asset and total liability and equity is equal to one another, which is 74 ringgit and 60 cents. In terms of cash flow, the cash received was 187.80 cents, whereas the cash spent is 113.20 cents. Therefore, the cash balance in the end is 74 ringgit and 80 cents. And finally, which is the break-even point analysis, the WACN ratio is calculated and equals to 79%, while the total BEP in the sales is 125 cents. Okay, moving on to our next member. Above shows the income statement of Ms. Nasha. It shows a gross profit would be 82 ringgit, while the net profit would be 64 ringgit 40 cents. Let's take a look at the balance sheet. From the balance sheet, we can see that both the total asset and total liability and equity is equal to one another, which is 84 ringgit 40 cents. In terms of cash flow statement, the cash received was 102, whereas the cash spent is 17 ringgit and 60 cents. Therefore, the cash balance in the end is 84 ringgit 40 cents. And finally, which is the break-even point analysis, the WACN ratio is calculated and equals to 40.24%, while the total BEP in the sales is 43 ringgit and 54 cents. Next, above shows the income statement of Ms. Rashida. It shows a gross profit would be 220, while the net profit will be 45 ringgit. Let's take a look at the balance sheet. From the balance sheet, we can see that both the total asset and total liability is equal to one another, which is 72 ringgit. In terms of cash flow statement, the cash received was 237, whereas the cash spent is 175 ringgit. Therefore, the cash balance in the end is 62 ringgit. And finally, which is the break-even point analysis, the WACN ratio is calculated and equals to 100%, while the total BEP in the sales is 175 ringgit. And finally, our last member. Above shows the income statement of Miss Isa. It shows a gross profit would be 98 ringgit, while the net profit would be 58 ringgit. Let's take a look at the balance sheet. From the balance sheet, we can see that both the total asset and total liability and equity is equal to one another, which is 101 and 50 cents. In terms of cash flow statement, the cash received was 141 ringgit 50 cents, whereas the cash spent is 40 ringgit. Therefore, the cash balance in the end is 101.50 cents. And finally, which is the break-even point analysis, the WACN ratio is calculated and equals to 61.22%, while the total BEP in the sale is 65 ringgit 34 cents. Therefore, we can conclude that the most lucrative among the members of our company is Miss Anna, where the net profit of hers is 177 ringgit. That's all from me. I will pass it on to the next presenter.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Rashida binti Mamat Radi. Now, I want to talk about the problems that our company face during run the business. The first one is we do not have any experience in this business. The second one is as a newcomer in this field, we are aware of the competitors because they already have their customers' trust, but we are not. Our revenues may not be inspiring as others, but our business promises a good quality of products and services as well. Another risk that we have faced during run the business is the financial risk because it is from our own capital. The last one is in terms of food preparation, we are facing the wrong amount recipe of the raw materials because all of us are amateur and just learned the recipe from the Google and YouTube. That's all from me. Thank you.
As Ms. Rashida mentioned, the problems that we face while running this business, here are some of the solutions. Today's digital technology has opened a broad spectrum of avenues for marketing in the form of electronic and video advertising. Nowadays, people prefer to do a video to promote their product on TikTok, for example. Newcomers more than ever need to adapt at creating innovative marketing plans, placing advertisements, and letting people know the worth of their products or services. To put it simple, a good marketing strategy has vision, mission, and business goals. For Sis Chuba Corporation, we are focusing on our objectives to sell a product in affordable prices while customers get the good quality taste of food and good services. Plus, we are also focusing on some criteria to attract customers. Like for example, Instagram, we are focusing on youngsters, while Facebook for all range of ages, and for WhatsApp for family and friends. We are also built our own sticker so that easier customer to find us next time. So, a proper marketing strategies should be applied to attract more customers. To overcome competition, newcomers should research and analyze their niche industry. It should be unique and different in approach. The company should come out with their unique selling price, for example. For me, I sell my Portuguese egg tart at only 2 ringgit, while at the bakery the price is 2 ringgit and 70 cents, which is the price are more affordable in our company than in the bakery. Proper planning and budgeting are crucial for maintaining cash flow. Cash flow is essential for newcomers to survive. One of the key challenges that small businesses face today relates to finance. As income increases, expenditures also increase. We should buy more raw materials to fulfill the order from customers. So here, the company should jot down all the expenses that used for producing the product, which is the food, so that the capital does not use for individual satisfaction. Besides, they should also select the best price shop to buy raw materials at a lower price to get more value from it. Before launching the business, the company should budget thorough the price that the company will put on it, so that the company will not enduring the loss. SWOT analysis is a tool that is powerful way to evaluate the company or project. It is important, and from that, you will know what actually the company's weakness, strength, opportunities, and threats. As we are all amateur, so it is important for us to try and error the recipe from Google and YouTube. So there is a measurement that is incorrect from Google, so we have to alter a bit to get the perfect test. So here, before launching the business in F&B, it is important for us to come out with our own recipe that modified from YouTube and Google. That's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum dan selamat sejahtera. Nama saya Nur Azizah Najul, minta doa Aziz. Hari ini saya akan kemukakan cadangan penambahbaikan. Saya ada 3 cadangan yang saya ingin kemukakan, iaitu sentiasa mengetahui atau mendengar maklumat balas pelanggan, iaitu dan jika ada keburukan atau kelemahan dalam produk kita boleh memperbaiki atau menambah baik produk tersebut. Apa dimaksudkan mendengar luahan pelanggan tu, maksudnya mana kadang-kadang bila post barang pelanggan tu mungkin kita tak tahu packaging dia tidak okey sampai mendamagekan produk tersebut. Jadi customer memberi inisiatif, memberi cadangan bahawa beli bubble wrap untuk protect the product. Yang kedua adalah memberi layanan, memberi kesetiaan kepada pelanggan setia. Sebab kenapa kita memberi kesetiaan kepada pelanggan setia, kerana dia dah kerap beli barang kita dan menolong kita untuk menaikkan produk kita. Dan kita beri kesetiaan itu disebabkan kita kadang-kadang pelanggan setia ni dia akan merecommend barang produk kita kepada rakan-rakan dia yang lain. So ini boleh memperluaskan lagi kita punya produk. Lastly dan yang terakhir adalah ni pengajaran untuk saya dan itu semua, iaitu post dulu barang post dulu barang tu di media sosial sebelum menjual dia. Ini kerana kita tak tahu barang yang kita tak tahu barang kita ni yang kita jual ni adakah mendapat demand di mata customer atau pada orang lain. Contohnya post barang-barang atau post dulu cara pembuatan produk kita dan kita tengok dalam komen tu, atau kita tulis di caption tu katalah ada tak orang nak beli atau ada tak orang nak beli atau apalah. So tengoklah di komen, jika ada demand so jual lah, jika tiada kita cancelkan lah, tunggu lama-lama atau kita baiki pulih dulu produk tersebut. Itu saja dari saya, terima kasih.